All right, hi guys, it's Scotty Too Hottie, and I'm blushing already on this topic. It's really taboo, and I'm going to tell you guys some really deep, dark secrets on this one. This whole podcast is going to be a beginning to a series of podcasts on this subject, and my subject today is Fetlife, and I'm going to tell you about Fetlife. It is it's like Facebook for kinksters and fetishes and all kinds of crazy stuff that I had no idea that it really existed. And I spent a day learning new words and stuff, all kinds of stuff. But how I came across this is my one friend, which is a guy that you would never think about into any kinky stuff, told me that there's a large fetish community in Kelowna, and then he's tried some of it and went and explored these groups, and he says he was apprehensive at first, like standoffish kind of thing, because, we all associate these groups with being hardcore porno kind of gangbang kind of bullshit. That's what we picture. That's what I picture in my mind when I'm thinking about these kink groups, is that these guys have these great big crazy orgies and stuff. Crazy orgies. And so he told me about this fetish community. So I didn't really look into it, but I was out the other night, and I did a interview with a girl, and she was out on a first date, and they met on Tinder, and I asked her if she had any other profiles, and she reluctantly told me that she did have other profiles, and she told me that she was on Fetlife. Well, I obviously knew that it was about fetishes, but I went back to my place and I looked this up, and I was blown right out of the water. But I forgot I should do my introduction here. I got a new friend and a new co-host, and her name is Rochelle. Say hi, Rochelle.
Hi.
Yeah. So she's going to come here and back me up on some of this stuff here and help me out with all this kinky topics, right? Are you?
I certainly will.
You got a kinky side to you, Rochelle?
I do.
Yeah. Everybody's blushing already. I'm blushing. She's blushing. Okay. So this Fetlife is a way for all these kinksters and kinky people and people into all these weird fetishes to be able to find people in their own groups, I guess, and relate to these people. Is that not right?
Their own realm of society.
Yeah, like the underground of porno, right? It's their way of having a porno connection. That's what I'm thinking, right?
It's sort of like porno, but it's a bit of everything, I think.
Yeah, it's not really all about sex, is it?
Some of it's like dressing up like a doll, as we've seen.
Yeah.
And some of it is, by all means, looking for a gangbang.
Yeah, there's Kelowna gangbangs, guys. There's Kelowna gangbangs. So I was very curious about this, and because when it comes down to these sites that are, porno based, let's say you got picked up a site off of watching Pornhub or whatever, and those sites always seem to be fake people, right? And
they're
like bots,
model bots.
Yeah,
trying to lure you in so that you'll pay money to watch and have sex with them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're like, hi cutie, you look cute today.
Yeah, they reel you in.
Yeah, right. So, the first thing I did was I messaged some of these girls that were in the Kelowna search, and how I did it was I said to the one girl, I said, do you live in Kelowna? And she wrote back, yes, I do. She says, why? And I was like, I'm just testing to see if you're real. I says, what's another name for Highway 97? And she came back and she said, Harvey, of course. And I was like, so these are all legitimate. And when it comes to other sites, let's say Bumble, Badoo, any of those sites, those are all shit. Those are all shit sites because they want you to pay to message other girls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a scam. They should just come out and say, I want $30 a month for a fucking membership. Not, come on, I'll lure you on, and then tell you that some girls are messaging you, so you think that you got some messages waiting for you, and to get you to pay to message other girls.
Fetlife is free for all kinksters, but if you want to watch the videos and you think you got to pay.
Yes, that's what it is. This Fetlife is 100% free, and it's easy to sign up, and so you got to sign up to be able to scroll through everything. But and that's another thing that in my investigating here, it says that it is 100% free. But what it is you can, if you want to watch videos that people post, you pay. and they don't, and it's like
consider it an investment.
Well, no, it's a support. It's it's like they want you to pay this money because it supports this network. They're not trying to fish you in. They actually tell you like this supports this site
for working for you.
Yeah, for working for you. So like pay up once in a while, right?
Yeah.
So their $5 goes to a good cause, right?
Yeah, that's totally it.
Yeah, a really good cause, I guess.
Yeah.
Buying new costumes, fucking 5-gallon pails of lube, fucking some gas for that fucking Sawzall dildo.
Yeah, for sure. Nice treasure box. For you.
Yeah. By the way, how big's your treasure box?
My treasure box is small right now.
Okay. Okay, so there's lots of stuff that I have no idea about. I mean, like, sure, I've got my kinky side to me, and I think I'm a little bit more kinkier than what most girls are used to, but I mean, there's a lot of this stuff that I have no idea about. And so in Kelowna, these are some of the groups that are in Kelowna. Here, hold on one second here. Let me reflect the page. There is, There's Kelowna Gangbangs. There's In Person. There's the Kelowna Kinksters. There's the Kelowna Outdoor Nudist. There's the Kelowna Rope Group. And then there's the fucking Kelowna Sluts and Whores. Yes, there's an actual group out there called the Kelowna Sluts and Whores. Oh God, I'm blushing. I'm sweating.
There's a group for everyone who's kinky as hell.
Yeah. Do you think it's really? I mean, like, what really is kinky? Like, where do we draw the line? Like, what makes it, like, when it's non-vanilla? Is that what, the vanilla sex and anything outside of that realm is kinky?
Well, that depends on the kind of person that you are. If you only have sex with the same race of people, then that's vanilla sex, is it not?
Oh, no, that's just white. We're talking about white skin.
Okay.
Vanilla means regular.
Regular sex. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Vanilla means regular. The word vanilla is an expression.
It was chocolate.
Not vanilla.
Chocolate is a little dirty. It's a little bit darker in color. So that shows you that there's a little bit more behind the scenes.
So, and to my surprise, most of these girls did message me back. And, I mean, when I look at these girls' profiles, like, I'm not going to talk about anybody's name or send her anybody out, because that's not what I do. And then everybody that talks to me, I'm in the midst of talking with some of these people and getting them to tell me about their fetishes. So that's going to be the later part of my podcast is going to be my later part of my podcast is going to be my conclusion. So what I'm doing is so instead of just browsing and starting my podcast there, I had to go deeper into there and talk to these
real research.
Yeah, do some real research and
man on the front lines.
Man on the front lines. Yeah, so I had to do some real research, and maybe I'm going to go check out some of this stuff. I'm pretty even though I'm very confident, I'm not really too shy, but I mean, when it comes down to some of this stuff, I'm kind of blushing about it. Like, me and you have both looked up some words today, and I mean, we have no idea what some of this stuff means. Like,
some of the stuff is very hard to understand. It looks like somebody just made up a word, and that's actually it's a kink and something that somebody likes or somebody identifies with. Yeah,
I mean, like, there's like, and they kind of like split up words to make multiple meanings for stuff. Like, you just can't be. There's just not the stereotype of being gay. It's like,
you're something.
Yeah,
you're
it's like
switch.
There's all this stuff like what is a switch? And so in my research, I'm finding out like when a person changes their identity, like when it's a
switch from a man to a woman.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Or it's like switching to like doll mode all the time or whatever. It's adopting another way of life.
Yeah, that switch, adopting another way of life.
Yeah. But so. I mean, there's all kinds of words that I didn't know, like heteroflexibility. Heteroflexibility. That means they're mostly straight.
Given the right circumstances, they can be persuaded.
Yeah, you want to hear a funny one that I found out? I'm going to ask you. Do you know what getting pegged means?
No, I don't. What does it mean?
Oh my God!
Enlighten me.
It means like if like a guy gets fucked in the ass with a strap on.
Oh, that's pegged.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm sweating. All right. Do you know what the cockhold means?
The cockhold? No.
Yes, you do.
I do. Do I?
When a guy wants you to sleep with his wife.
Yeah, right. We went over that one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants you to sleep with his wife so he can watch and jerk off in the corner.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, the pressure.
I know.
Right?
But he's just sitting back. He's trying to not be part of it, let you do your thing. I think that's how they do it.
Or did they make you? I mean, like I got so many questions. Do they have you like go into their room, or is there like he hide in the closet like jacking off or what?
Maybe they just do it in the living room to keep things open. Who knows, right?
Could you have sex with somebody watching you?
I could probably have sex with somebody watching me. Yeah.
Hot, kinda. So I wouldn't.
Depends on who that is, of course.
Yeah, not like your old teacher from like high school or something, right?
That one.
So I looked in. So I narrowed my search down for people in Kelowna, and there is more people on this Fetlife than there is POF, Bumble, Bad Dude. Any of those ones have nothing on this site. What this site is a hub. It's like Facebook for kinksters, and I mean, this place actually does have an actual address, a business address, and there's one in Vancouver and one in Cyprus. I mean, like usually shady companies hide in like third world countries, so like they skip out on these rules and regulations and tax brackets and bullshit, right? So, but this place is legitimate, is 100% legitimate. And, I mean, in my idea, I was thinking, like, all these fetishes are, like, people just out to fuck and have sex, and, like, it's just a dirty, dirty place. And actually, I'm coming to realize it's not quite that dirty, is it?
No, there's more to it. There's a little bit of art involved, and people are, like, hooking up for reasons of roping each other up or playing dress up, or maybe they're just down to fuck, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sure there's this, but I mean, like some of these girls, like their profiles are very elaborate. Like this one girl, I asked her if she was crazy. Well, first thing I wanted to see if she would write me back, but I mean, I look at elaborate this girl's fucking profile is. So I don't even want to get into fucking reading it because there's a lot of fucking blah 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 fucking bullshit. But, I mean, like, these people are looking for individuals, partners in this kind of stuff, though, too. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's just them having sex with multiple partners and or whoever. It's just they actually want to find a partner to do this stuff with. Like,
they want specifics.
Yeah.
And so they really look into the labels and they really identify themselves so that they're very clear on what they are and what they want. And they always seem to be very confident about how they portray themselves on the site. Yeah,
that's 100% right. It's like they're really confident.
Yeah.
Like overly confident. And it's kind of a turnoff to me because I mean, like, one thing I mean, even on online dating, I call it IHS, and this inflated head syndrome. Like these people, they get so many messages, and then they think that they're a lot hotter than what they are. I mean, like on POF, I call it like a POF 2. She's a 2 on the street, but on POF, she thinks she's a fucking 8.
Right.
Because she gets a million messages from all these guys all day long, and just inflates her fucking head, right? But I mean, like here in this Fetlife, you can follow people like it's kind of like porn stars and like they call it like fet famous people.
Do their own, people post their own kinky stuff and what they do and their dress up stuff. Sometimes they're having sex in the pictures, and like you can see about just about anything you want to see.
There's all kinds of stuff. Like
supply meets demand.
Well, I mean, I just don't know how you get into it. I mean, like, so I mean, a big fetish community in Kelowna is the biggest ones are swingers, and I heard all the swingers are a bunch of dickheads. And there's a big rope community, and in this rope community are people that like to get tied up. I mean, and this, like, it's very elaborate, and like you go to classes and you like learn how to tie all these intricate wraps and get hung and stuff like that.
They'll hang people from trees and they'll hang you upside down in your house, or they'll just wrap you up on the floor.
Oh yeah,
all sorts of things.
Sounds like this has happened to you before.
It hasn't happened to me yet, but I've been investigating it.
Yeah. Good, I brought some rope.
Did you?